always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Good people of the planet Earth and the known universe, hello. This is Captain Keith. And once again, as I was saying before, the good people of the planet Earth and the known universe. It's your Captain Keith, and you're listening to GSMC's Entertainment Podcast. And today's podcast episode is entitled Kim Kardashian Sued, Biebs Depressed, and Kate Beckinsale Cheats. Oh my. So lots of goodies for you today. So, okay, let's get it. Let's get to it. And our first story is Joey King praises beautiful and inspiring Selena Gomez nearly 10 years after Ramona and Biebs. Isn't that nice? Cute picture of them from the I believe the movies. Yep. Miss Biebs is all grown up now, looks like. So Joey King has nothing but love for her Ramona and Biebs' co-star Selena Gomez. In the decade since the family film was released in 2010, the 19-year-old King has gone from child actress to rising young star, establishing herself with electric roles in both film and TV, from Fargo to The Kissing Booth. King still credits the G-rated feel-good movie and Gomez for helping her find her path. From the time we worked together until now, I've always really looked up to her, King stated at Hulu Television's Critics Association winter press tour on Monday. While promoting her new series, The Act, I'm really proud of everything she's done. King confessed that she hasn't seen Gomez in a really long time, but I think that everything she's been doing lately with speaking out about mental health, I think is so beautiful and inspiring, she said. She just shows everyone every day that no matter what your Instagram follower count says, no matter how much you may or may not edit your pictures, no matter how many photos shoots you do, no matter what your life is like, it's okay to not be okay, King explained. I really love that she puts it out there for everyone to see. It's very vulnerable for her. She's a big inspiration to people, whether she realizes it or not. Really cute picture of the two of them in like a Borders bookstore doing an autograph signing. It's a really cute picture of them from the Ramona and Biebs' days. It's really nice. King has become a source of inspiration for young fans in her own right, gaining millions of new followers after the release of her Netflix film, The Kissing Booth, last year. Still, she can't believe how far she's come since Ramona and Biebs'. I'm so appreciative of that film and everything it did for me, she said of the movie, marveling at how people still recognize her from a performance she gave when she was just 9 years old. But I'm so excited now for people to see me go from something like that to all the things I've had in between, to Kissing Booth, to now The Act. The actress stars as Gypsy Rose Blanchard in the upcoming true crime series, which is based on the real-life case of a girl who helped kill her own mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, after years of Dee Dee convincing her daughter that she suffered from leukemia, asthma, muscular dystrophy, and several other chronic conditions. This is truly something, she said of The Act, in which she stars alongside Patricia Arquette. I love comedy, I love action, I love all these different genres, but my heart really does lie with drama, and I feel my most confident and comfortable in drama. I feel like I love diving into characters that have a lot of complexities, that need exploring and need cracking open, King added. I want to crack them open. The Act will debut on Hulu on Wednesday, March 20th with 2 episodes. Subsequent episodes will be released every Wednesday. Okay, very cool. And there you have that. And then more entertainment news. Why Brad Pitt decided to go to Jennifer Aniston's birthday party. Yeah, what's up with that, Brad? What's really going on? Ruben Sutter had a great song back in the day. Was it Sorry? Damn, I'm sorry. This is my 2004. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That's a nice song. I like that song. Amicable Exes is a bit of an understatement when it comes to Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. The former spouses were reunited over the weekend when Pitt attended Aniston's 50th birthday party. at the Sunset Tower in Los Angeles, California. A source tells ET that Pitt wanted to support Aniston because the former couple had been friendly in the years following their split. According to the source, Aniston put her ex-husband on her invite list weeks ago, and Pitt was in town and happily chose to attend to help her celebrate the milestone birthday. Though he was at the party, Pitt and Aniston didn't have much interaction at the event. They were, however, seen briefly talking and exchanging a hug. The source adds that Pitt did not stay at the bash the entire night. He came to support her, spoke to other friends of his that were there, and headed out, the source notes. Another source states that Pitt was having a great time and spent most of the night hanging out with George Clooney and Orlando Bloom. Surprise, surprise. Those are like his homies, right? So, the father of 6 went to great lengths not to be seen leaving the party, and hotel staffers and security helped make it difficult for him to be photographed. Okay, so he's making sure he has all his bases covered. A source adds Jen and Brad have remained friends and have spoken with each other quite a few times since they both became single. They are friends and have supported each other through some tough times. They've come so far since their marriage and plan to stay friends for life. There are truly no hard feelings between them. They both realize that anytime they cross paths, people talk about a reunion. He came on his own and quietly entered the party. They had heavy security, kept a ban on social media, and hoped for the best. All right. Pitt and Aniston were married from 2000 to 2005. Okay. Not long after their breakup, Pitt started dating Angelina Jolie, and years later they were married. The former couple share 6 children together, and Jolie filed for divorce in 2016. A source states that last February that Pitt and Aniston do stay in touch after the split from both their spouses. Aniston and now ex Justin Theroux announced their separation in early 2018. They have each other's cell phone number and communicate from time to time, the source said at the time. This is nothing new. Jen and Brad have remained friendly. As for just how friendly these exes are, a source states that after Aniston called it quits with Theroux, that the actress and Pitt were absolutely not dating. In addition to the 55-year-old actor being at Aniston's birthday party, other celebs in attendance included Katy Perry, Ellen DeGeneres, Reese Witherspoon, Robert Downey Jr., Jason Bateman, and Pitt's ex-fiancée Gwyneth Paltrow. That's cool. Jen's got some cool friends. There you go. And in more news, Justin Bieber receiving treatment for depression. Saw my byline, the Biebs depressed. Here we go. This picture of him wearing a Nirvana t-shirt in front of the ABC logo at some photo junket, and he doesn't look too happy. I love how journalists always find like the right picture of the celebrity to fit the mood. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Justin Bieber is seeking help. Justin is receiving treatment for depression, something he struggled with for a while and was recently honest about in his Vogue interview. A source states that Justin never had an authentic childhood due to accelerated fame and struggles with wanting normalcy. He felt he needed an emotional tune-up, and with the help of his wife, family, and friends, he's seeking help, the source adds. On Tuesday, Bieber was spotted walking with his pastor, Carl Lentz, by a lake that's near where he's staying, wearing a gray gym shorts, a yellow t-shirt, and a gray sweatshirt, and a dark baseball cap. Bieber was seen walking into the frozen lake as Lentz looked on. The Love Yourself singer was reportedly seen crying while sitting on the side of the road. People initially reported that Bieber had sought treatment, noting that his recent struggles have nothing to do with his marriage to Hailey Baldwin. He is very happy being married to her. It's just something else that he struggles with mentally. People's sources say he has good help around him and is receiving some treatment. He seems confident he will feel better soon. This reporting follows Bieber and Baldwin's recent interview with Vogue, where the sorry singer opened up about their very hard first few months of marriage, as well as his past struggles with depression and drugs. I got really depressed on tour, he told Vogue on his Purpose tour in 2017, of which the last 14 shows were canceled. I haven't talked about this, and I'm still processing so much stuff that I haven't talked about. I was lonely, needed some time. Bieber said his fame also affected him, especially when people took more and more control. I really started feeling myself too much, he said. People love me. I'm the crap. That's honestly what I thought. I got very arrogant and cocky. I was wearing sunglasses inside. The lack of control led Bieber to abuse drugs before detoxing in 2014. Drugs put a screen between me and what I was doing. It got pretty dark, he said. I think there were times when My security was coming in late at night to check my pulse and see if I was still breathing. Bieber also revealed that he had a legitimate problem with sex and was celibate before tying the knot. I found myself doing things that I was so ashamed of, being super promiscuous and stuff, and I think I used Xanax because I was so ashamed, he revealed. My mom always said treat women with respect. For me, that was always in my head while I was doing it, so I could never enjoy it. I think sex can cause a lot of pain. Sometimes people have sex because they don't feel good enough, because they lack self-worth. He continued. Women do that, and guys do that. I wanted to rededicate myself to God in that way because I really felt it was better for the condition of my soul. And I believe that God blessed me with Haley as a result. There are perks. You get rewarded for good behavior. As for Baldwin, she's simply proud of all the work her husband has put in to lead a happier and healthier life. I agreed very intensely over the whole situation. I just wanted him to be happy and be good and be safe and feel joy. Baldwin said of her now husband and longtime friend, but I'm really proud of him to do it without a program and to stick with it without a sober coach or AA or classes. I think it's extraordinary. He is, in ways, a walking miracle. Okay. So she said, I think it's extraordinary. He is, in ways, a walking miracle. Okay. I have to reread that. And then more entertainment news. Aquaman sequel officially underway. Picture of the immediate cast. Patrick Wilson, Nicole Kidman, Amber Heard, and Jason Momoa. Let's see. All right. The sequel to DC Studios' billion-dollar success has been confirmed. Given the success of the original, it shouldn't come as a surprise that a sequel to Aquaman has officially been confirmed. DC Studios rarely finds success this big, so now they've got themselves another proven draw. They're planning on milking this series as much as they can. Just a few days after announcing that a horror-tinged spinoff would soon go into production, the Hollywood Reporter notes that a sequel to Aquaman has been given the green light. Well, congratulations. A follow-up story will be written by David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, who co-wrote the first installment. The studio is hoping to recreate the same success they did the first time, and bringing back one of the original writers pretty much guarantees that a level of continuity is respected. James Wan, the director of the first film, will be returning as producer for the sequel. It has not been confirmed whether or not he will assume directorial duties again. Considering how quickly studios rush to get these sorts of things into production these days, it was surprising to see Warner Brothers wait almost 2 months to announce the sequel. The never-ending rivalry between Marvel and DC is getting a little more interesting, with another blockbuster on the way for DC. Very excited about this. Will you be keeping an eye out for news about Aquaman 2? And the answer to that question is yes, I will. We all will. Looking forward to it. The first one was a great film. I enjoyed it. I saw it twice, actually. So there that is. And in more entertainment news, Tidal introduces mute button, allows you to block artists and songs. Oh my. I don't think any streaming service has that before, so that'll be interesting. Tidal's come through with a new function. Tidal's giving its users more freedom when it comes to curating just exactly what kind of music and artists they want showing up on their Explore page and page list. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Tidal's new mute button lets users control who they don't want to listen and helps to enhance each user's mix. That automatically gets played once a playlist or selected song is over. All you have to do is click the button. Click the block button. The My Playing pages show. It will ask you if you want to block a specific track or an artist's whole entire catalog. If you have a change of heart, it can be reversed in the settings. The move comes after the recent controversy over R. Kelly's music still being streamed after the disgraced singer's predatory moves was the subject of Lifetime's Surviving R. Kelly documentary. Spotify made similar moves last month that have yet to roll out in full. Speaking of Tidal, we've comprised a playlist of our own dubbed hot new hip hop, a Tidal Wave. Every week we'll drop off some of our favorite tracks, and some may very well carry it over to the next week if we're still bumping it on repeat. That's if you go to the hot new hip hop website. You can check that out and listen to their playlist off of Tidal. So, and in more entertainment news, Kate Beckinsale caught cheating on Pete Davidson. Oh my, so quickly, so fast, so sudden, how this happened. We'll talk about that after this break.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now, don't bother, what's hot on Netflix, and everything in between. That's GSMCpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
And once again, you're listening to Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast. This is Captain Keith. And we're about to break the story on Kate Beckinsale cheating. Oh my. Kate Beckinsale was caught out on a date last night with a man that was not her boyfriend, Pete Davidson. Now, some of Pete's fans are worried that the Saturday Night Live comedian may fall into another deep depression over Kate's behavior. Pete nearly committed suicide when his last girlfriend, Ariana Grande, dumped him. Last night, Kate was caught by paparazzi as she was trying to sneak out of Craig's restaurant with an unidentified mystery man. The actress, who had recently sparked dating rumors when spotted with comedian Pete Davidson, covered her face with her hand and slipped out the back entrance before getting into her car. The new man that Kate was spotted with looked to be like in his 20s. Kate is 45 years old, and her boyfriend Pete is 25. Kate is best known for playing Celine in the Underworld film series from 2003 to 2016. Beckinsale appeared on other big-budget action films, including Van Helsing, 2004, Whiteout, 2009, Contraband, 2012, and Total Recall, 2012. So there that is. Okay, say it isn't so. 21 Savage released on bond, granted an expedited deportation hearing. 21 Savage has been released on bond following his arrest in Atlanta by Immigration and Customs Enforcement on February 3rd. On Tuesday, in a statement, the 26-year-old rapper's lawyers said that their client, whose real name is Shaya bin Abraham Joseph, has also been granted an expedited hearing. They note that 21 Savage was scheduled to attend and perform at the Grammys on Sunday. During the ceremony, rapper Post Malone sang his hit Rockstar, which features 21 Savage. Post Malone wore a shirt reading 21 Savage backstage in a show of support for him. For the past 9 long days, we, on behalf of Shaya bin Abraham Joseph, known to the world as 21 Savage, have been speaking with ICE to both clarify his actual legal standing, his eligibility for bond, and provide evidence of his extraordinary contributions to his community and society. The statement from 21 Savage's lawyers, Charles H. Cuck, Dina LaPolte, and Alex Spiro reads, in the last 24 hours, in the wake of the Grammy Awards at which he was scheduled to attend and perform, we received notice that Shaya was granted an expedited hearing. Today, 21 Savage was granted release on bond. He won his freedom. The statement also thanks rappers' fans for their support. 21 Savage asked us to send a special message to his fans and supporters. He says that while he wasn't present at the Grammy Awards, he was there in spirit and is grateful for the support from around the world and is more than ever ready to be with his loved ones and continue making music that brings people together. The statement continues, he will not forget his ordeal or any other father's sons. Family members and faceless people who was locked up with or that remain unjustly incarcerated across the country, and he asks for your hearts and minds to be with them. 21 Savage was arrested by ICE on Super Bowl Sunday, revealing in the process that he is a British national who was in the country illegally after his non-immigrant visa expired in 2006. When the rapper was a minor, his legal team sent out a statement shortly after, clarifying details about his situation. Mr. Abraham Joseph was born in the United Kingdom. The statement read, Mr. Abram Joseph arrived legally in the United States at the age of 7. Mr. Abram Joseph has been continuously physically present in the United States for almost 20 years, except for a brief visit abroad. Unfortunately, in 2006, Mr. Abraham Joseph's legal status expired through no fault of his own. The lawyer's statement also refutes claims that he had previously been arrested on drug felony charges in Atlanta in 2014, a charge that ICE agents suggested contributed to his detainment via CBS News. Mr. Abraham Joseph has no criminal convictions or charges under state or federal law and is free to seek relief from removal in immigration court. The statement continued. ICE provided incorrect information onto the press when it claimed he had a criminal conviction. Since his arrest, 21 Savage has received overwhelming support from his peers, including Jay-Z, who hired an attorney for him. On Tuesday, a mic video featuring Kendrick Lamar, Jesse Williams, America Ferrera, and Yara Shahidi and SZA, and more stars were released in solidarity with 21 Savage and others detained by ICE, in which they shared 21 ways undocumented people can face deportation in America. It's a good article, but we're glad you're out on bond. Wishing you the best, Mr. Savage. Wishing you the best. And in more entertainment news, Marvin Gaye's lost album, You're the Man, finally gets release date. Marvin Gaye's lost 1972 album, You're the Man, will finally be released by Motown Records on March 29th. Right on. Recorded by Gaye in 1972, the 17-song album features 3 tracks remixed by producer Salam Remy, including the single My Last Chance. The album was a follow-up to his 1971 LP What's Going On, but only the single You're the Man was released at the time. The rest of the tracks were later issued on on a variety of deluxe editions and compilations. Per NPR.org, you can see that information we're talking about. The release of the new record coincides with Motown's 60th anniversary and what would have been Gaye's 80th birthday on April 2nd. Wow. Here's a track listing of the songs. You're the Man, Parts 1 and 2, single version. That's number 1. Number 2, The World is Rated X, the alternate mix. Price of Clay, Where Are We Going, alternate mix, part 2. Number 5, I'm Going to Give You Respect. Number 6, Try It, You'll Like It. Number 7, You Are That Special One. Number 8, We Can Make It, Baby. Number 9, My Last Chance, Salam Remy remix. Symphony, Salam Remy LP mix. I Give My Life For You, Salam Remy remix LP. Woman of the World, that's track 12. 13, Christmas in the City. 14, You're the Man, alternate version. 15, I Want to Come Home for Christmas. 16, I'm Going Home. And 17, Checking Out, double clutch. Gaye's biographer, David Ritz, reportedly wrote a new essay that comes with the physical editions of You're the Man. Very cool. So I'm looking forward to getting that record next month. I can't wait to hear it and see what Mr. Remy did for the remixes. And in more entertainment news, everybody's welcome at Maz, but good luck getting home safe. Oscar winner Octavia Spencer stars as Sue Ann, a loner who keeps to herself in her quiet Ohio town. One day she's asked by Maggie, a new teenager in town, Diana Silvers from Glass, to buy some booze for her and her friends. And Sue Ann sees the chance to make some unsuspecting, if younger, friends of her own. She offers the kids the chance to avoid drinking and driving by hanging out in the basement of her home. But there are some house rules. One of the kids has to stay sober, don't curse, never go upstairs, and call her Ma. But as Ma's hospitality starts to curdle into obsession, what began as a teenage dream turns into a terrorizing nightmare, and Ma's place goes from the best place in town to the worst place on earth. Oh my. Ma also stars Juliette Lewis from August, Osage County, as Maggie's mom, Luke Evans, Beauty and the Beast, as the local dad, and Missy Powell, Gone Girl, as his girlfriend, and McKaylee Miller from TV's Heart of Dixie, Corey Fogelmanis from TV's Girl Meets World, and Gianni Paolo from TV's Power, and Dante Brown from Lethal Weapon TV series as Maggie's friends. From Tate Taylor, the acclaimed director of The Help and Get On Up, excuse me. Let me reset that. So from Tate Taylor, the acclaimed director of The Help and Get On Up, and blockbuster producer Jason Blum from Get Out and Halloween and The Purge series comes a thriller anchored by a daring and unexpected performance from Spencer, one of the most powerful actors of her generation. Ma is written by Scotty Landis from Comedy Central's Workaholics, and Taylor is produced by Blum for his Blumhouse Productions by Taylor. And by John Norris, executive producer of Get On Up, and it's executive produced by Spencer, Cooper Samuelson, Jeanette Volcherno, and Robin Ficiella. So when does this come out? I'm looking forward to seeing this. It's got this really creepy picture of Octavia Spencer on the front, her face, and then it's like barbed wire surrounding her face on the top and the sides of it. Like, oh yeah, you can come in here, but once you leave, you ain't coming out. You're forced to stay. Ooh, it's crazy. Iggy Azalea is back from a short Instagram hiatus. She returns to Instagram revealing a lace bodysuit. Oh my. Many of us go weeks, months, or even a full year without updating our social feeds. It's just not that important for some people. At the end of the day, who really cares what you ate for lunch today? Right? When you live in the public eye, things can be a little different. Days feel like weeks and weeks feel like months. Sometimes there's so much news flowing that it's difficult to remember what happened on the same day. When she's not releasing music, you can usually count on Iggy Azalea to post a few shots per week on Instagram, showing off her body by the pool or anywhere really. She was silent for over a month on the platform, but she's officially returned and she's still looking good. There you go. The Australian rapper's return to Instagram happened with a photo of herself in some funky shades and a tiny white crop top. She quickly followed it up in a baby blue lace bodysuit, showing off her trademark curves while hitting a pose to accentuate her body. The second of which serves as somewhat of a Fashion Nova advertisement, with Iggy shouting out the buzzing brand in her caption. Despite a short absence, the Aussie looks to be back in full force. Did you miss her, or could you do without her for a while longer? What a question to be asked, right? What's up with that? And in more entertainment news, Brandy Jackson says Michael Jackson leaving Neverland accuser is her ex-BF. The plot thickens. Picture of Michael Jackson. The child molestation allegations against Michael Jackson resurfaced recently after the premiere of Leaving Neverland. Two men came forth with accusations claiming the iconic pop star molested them when they were children. However, the niece of the late singer revealed that she dated Robson for 7 years back in the day. On top of that, she claims that it was Michael himself that introduced them. Wade Robinson may have omitted an important piece of information in his appearance. In Leaving Neverland, according to Brandy Jackson, Michael's niece took to Twitter to air out Robson, who she said she once dated. Wade and I were together for over 7 years, but I bet that isn't in his documentary because it would ruin his timeline. And did I mention it was my uncle, Michael Jackson, who set us up? Wade is not a victim. # Wade Robinson is a liar, she wrote. Oh my. She described Robinson as thirsty, claiming he cheated on her in order to advance his career and alluding that he was the reason why Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake split up. Ooh, okay. I found out Wade cheated on me with multiple women who he hoped would advance his career. You might know one of them because it was a huge pop music scandal. Wade is not a victim. He's a #opportunist, she wrote, adding, Wade, you constantly talked about wanting to be relevant. You burned so many bridges that now the only time you are #relevant is when you headline with my family's name next to yours. It's time to stop these lies and live your own life. Robson has yet to issue a comment on Brandy Jackson's tweets. It's not looking good. Michael Jackson's estate says Leaving Neverland is sensational, challenges HBO. Michael Jackson's estate isn't ducking for cover days after announcing the official launch dates for Leaving Neverland. Michael Jackson's estate has come forward with an official statement of their own. The 10-page document refers to the new documentary as a sensationalist program being waged without a proper body of evidence. Its writers quote the film's director, Dan Reed, who himself said the project isn't based around first-hand accounts. No one else who might who might offer evidence to contradict the program's premise was consulted either, as Dan Reed has publicly admitted. We'll be back with more on this story after this break. So stay.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
And once again, you're listening to Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast. It's Captain Keith. Oh, yeah. And we are back. So, the argument against Leaving Neverland's legitimacy begins with two self-admitted perjurers, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, whose allegations against Michael Jackson were proven false in the court of law. In fact, Michael Jackson's estate has gone as far as to describe Wade Robson as a cheating liar. The letter states Robson is such a good liar that his own mother testified under oath at her deposition that she could not tell when he was lying. She even volunteered that he should have had an Oscar given how convincing his lies were. Damn. In closing, MJ's handlers challenged HBO to reconsider the decision to air the broadcast on March 3rd and March 4th of this year, and would be happy to meet in person to discuss a solution. Well, we'll see what happens. So, Atlanta housewife Cynthia had no orgasm with Peter or Mike. Oh, I love my job. Yeah. Cynthia Bailey from the Atlanta Housewives has never had an orgasm with either her ex-husband Peter Thomas or her new man Mike Hill. That's what the folks at Bravo are telling fans. Oh my. Just airing out all your laundry. What's going on with that? Yesterday, Bravo released the after show for the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in the after show, they told fans that Cynthia has never had an orgasm during sex. Cynthia was married to Peter for 6 years, and they were a couple for 9 years. So it's definitely surprising that she never achieved one during their relationship. Mike and Cynthia have been together now for almost a year. The two are considering marriage. According to the magazine Psychology Today, somewhere between 10 to 40% of women report difficulty or inability to orgasm in women. Wow. Doctors say that many factors can impede orgasmic capacity. Age, hormonal status, sexual experience, physical stimulation, general health, type of stimulation, the kind of sexual activity, e.g., example, masturbation or not, and whether the relationship is a brief encounter or longer term. Further studies show that while the majority of women can masturbate to orgasm, up to 50% of women do not orgasm during sexual intercourse, even with additional stimulation. That's not good. Wow. So may that be changed for all women who are dealing with that. That sucks. Wow. Black China's got a new rapper, new boyfriend. No. Let me slow down and say that again for you. So you heard me. Black China's got a new rapper, new boyfriend. And guess who he is? Soulja Boy. Not even making it up. No, this is real. This is real. Black China has a new rapper that she's dating, Soulja Boy. And this has been confirmed. China and Soulja Boy, who have been friends now for almost a decade, are officially dating. Soulja Boy is the latest famous man that China has dated. Black China has been linked to 25 famous men in just the last 3 years. Oh, wait a minute. Let's back that up again. Hold on. Did I just read that correctly? So Blac Chyna has been linked to 25 famous men in just the last 3 years. Wow. Okay. Alrighty. Here are some of her past boyfriends. Kid Butt rapper, Devin Haney, boxer, Rich the Kid rapper, YBN J rapper, Sway Lee rapper, Playboy Carti rapper, Dave East rapper, Ferrari rapper, Safari Samuels rapper / reality star, Rob Kardashian, Future rapper, The Game rapper, Tiger rapper, Drake rapper, and T.I. rapper. So I guess she doesn't like rappers, does she? Soulja Boy had his share of famous girlfriends too, mostly reality stars. Here are some of his past girlfriends. Oh, here we go. Man, these two. British Williams, reality star. India Westbrooks, reality star. Natasha Smith, reality star. Corinne Stevens, author. Diamond, reality star / rapper. Trina, reality star / rapper. And Nia Riley, reality star. So he doesn't like reality stars, does he? These two may be a match made in heaven. Both Chyna and Soulja Boy have been accused of using drugs, specifically cocaine, and there are rumors that both have battled substance abuse issues in the past. Wow, okay. Erica Dixon from Love and Hip Hop is having twins. Erica Dixon plans on returning for the new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and she's bringing her belly full of babies with her. So it looks like Media Takeout News has confirmed that Erica is expecting twins, both girls. The Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star made the announcement on Instagram and YouTube that not only is she expecting, but she's expecting twins. She tells the camera, "I am pregnant. I wasn't trying to get pregnant. This is something that I ain't gonna say kind of happened." Yeah, it doesn't kind of happen, just happens, right? But in a sense, it did because I had birth control. Not only am I pregnant, but I am pregnant with identical twins. She also revealed in an Instagram post that she will be having girls. So we know what you're wondering, right? I'm wondering the same thing. Who was the father? Well, Erica has kept the identity of her baby's father secret. She plans on unveiling him next season on the next season of Love and Hip Hop. There were rumors a few months back that Erica was dating Scrappy's good friend, Young Jock. It would be crazy if it turned out that Jack was her baby's father. Erica recently released the news of the pregnancy over the weekend. She posted a picture of her swollen belly and said that she was waiting to welcome 2 twin girls soon. Erica's friends and family seemed very much excited by the news too, as depicted by the Instagram pictures amidst the happy pictures. Erica already has one daughter, 13-year-old Imani, who she is co-parenting with little Scrappy, and she's excited to grow her family. Congratulations, Erica. Yeah. Team Jacob forever. Kristen Stewart and Taylor Lautner have Twilight reunion on his birthday. So who knew? Who knew that Taylor was an Aquarius? So it looks like there's nothing quite like a good old reunion to ring in your birthday. Taylor Lautner and Kristen Stewart made all Twilight fans' hearts beat a little bit faster on Monday night when they hung out on his big day. Lautner turned 27, and celebrity hairstylist CJ Romero posted a photo on Instagram of himself with their former co-stars in a funny embrace. The former Scream Queen actor held his finger to his lips in a shh pose, while Stewart rested her arm on his shoulder. Romero wrapped his arm around the birthday boy in a hug. Damn, Kay looks sexy. T is a pretty little liar, and I look like I'm ready for bed, Romero captioned in it. Funny. Although Stewart's Bella Swan ended up with sparkly vampire Edward Cullen, unforgettably played by Robert Pattinson, in the books and movies it's clear that she was Team Jacob last night. Excuse me. Let me redo that. Okay. Although Stewart's Bella Swan ended up with sparkly vampire Edward Cullen, unforgettably played by Robert Pattinson, in the books and in the movies, it's clear that she was Team Jacob last night. The birthday boy posted more pictures from the night, which he dubbed the best birthday ever, in caps, on his own Instagram page. It appears that Lautner's girlfriend, Tay. So his name is Taylor and her name is Tay. Alrighty, just saying. threw him a small get-together surprise party. Patrick Schwarzenegger was there too. Schwarzenegger posted a video of Lautner blowing out candles on his Milk Bar birthday cake. Halfway to 54, he captioned it. The Cafe Society actress and Lautner's reunion comes just a few months after the hit franchise celebrated the 10-year anniversary of the first films released in theaters. The 5 Twilight films grossed over $3 billion worldwide over the span of about 4 years. Damn. The newly minted 27-year-old posted a hilarious throwback and tribute on the Twilight anniversary on November 21st. Lautner shared a meme on Instagram that provided a side-by-side image of Kendall Jenner and himself. Over the picture, the 23-year-old model, it said, expectation of hair behind ears. And then in reality, over the photo of himself from the movie when he had shoulder-length hair. It's been 10 years exactly since Twilight was released in theaters. I thought I should take this moment to thank every single fan who supported the franchise over the last decade, but also to thank Kendall Jenner for being my hair inspo back in 2007. He captioned it cute. In June, Stewart and her ex/former co-star Pattinson reunited in Los Angeles at Lily Rose Depp's birthday party at the Chateau Marmont. The two of them broke up in 2013 after a cheating scandal. Pattinson is now dating Suki Waterhouse, and Stewart has formerly been linked to Stella Maxwell and St. Vincent. Okay. And here's the nice little picture of Taylor with C.J. Romero and Kristen Stewart. They're having a good time. Kristen's hair is cut very short now. So. And in more news, looks like someone's been doing very well. Major key alert. DJ Khaled reveals 43-pound weight loss. All right. The WW social media ambassador took to Instagram on Tuesday to celebrate his cumulative weight loss starting the program a year ago. A year ago, I told y'all it's coming off. I started at 293 pounds, and now I'm officially 250 pounds. They call me Slim Jim. He wrote in there, ad posted on his account. Thank you at WW for changing my life. Weight Watchers, of course. And I ain't stopping. We're going to keep winning with the freestyle program. I promise you. It's coming off. Join me and win with me on the Weight Watchers, the new Weight Watchers. I'm not racing. I'm not speeding. I'm cruising. In an accompanying video, cameras documented the moment DJ Khaled stepped on the scale at 250 pounds. When you get to your goal, my goal was 250. It inspired me. I knew I was close. He explained of his drive to stay committed to the program. It's coming off. The Weight Watcher Instagram account read, congratulations, hashtag Weight Watchers Ambassador, WW Ambassador at DJ Khaled on reaching your first milestone, 43 pounds gone. We look forward to another one on your journey with hashtag WW. In January 2018, the star was announced as an ambassador for the program. Then last month, he revealed on social media that he had dropped 34 pounds. New year, new goals, new blessings. I've been sharing my WW journey for a year now. And real talk, there's been major wins, but also some tough times. But I'm committed, and it's coming off, he said just weeks ago. And you got this, DJ Khaled. You really do. You're doing well. That's awesome. Congratulations. So, and I've got some more entertainment news for you. Let's see. Some stuff just added. Are you ready for it? Dune movie. Every actor in the sci-fi reboot. The spice is nice, and so is the cast. Denis Villeneuve, Blade Runner 2049, is the latest director to tackle the imposing challenge of adapting Frank Herbert's epic sci-fi novel Dune to the big screen. Most fans would agree that neither the 1984 adaptation by David Lynch nor the 2001 TV miniseries truly capture the greatness of the source material. But if nothing else, Villeneuve, I'm not quite sure how you say that, certainly has a talented cast backing him up for the project, which is expected to start production this year. Before I finish with this article, I want to say that, so there are a lot of people who didn't like David Lynch's version of Dune that came out in 1984 and the sci-fi miniseries. So let me give you my take on that before I finish this article. First and foremost, I love David Lynch's version of Dune. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's a classic. I watched that movie. It blew my mind. It's the first movie I ever saw that inspired me to read. So, yes, I think Dune from David Lynch was amazing. Was there some things I would have changed? There were some certain details that were left out that shouldn't have been. I agree to that. But stylistically, it was magnificent to see. And like I said, that's the first movie I ever saw in my life that inspired me to read. We'll talk some more about that and this article after this break.
Golden State Media Concepts bring you Book Review Podcast, a haven for bookworms of all ages and the widest genres, from mystery to memoirs, romance to comedy, fantasy to sci-fi. If you love to read, this is a podcast for you. It's the Golden State Media Concepts Book Review Podcast.
And once again, you're listening to GSMC's Entertainment Podcast. It's your Captain Keith talking about Dune, the new movie that's going to be coming out. And we were just talking about David Lynch's version, the first version of Dune that came out to the big screen. So as I was saying before, it's the first film I ever saw that inspired me to read. What I mean specifically when I say that is that I read all the Dune books after watching that one movie that David Lynch made. David Lynch turned down Return of the Jedi to do Dune, and he was supposed to do Dune Messiah and just do the whole series, but the film flopped when it came out. But I believe the film flopped because people just couldn't understand it and get it. It's the one time that I totally disagreed with Roger Ebert. And I'm a huge Siskel and Ebert fan from back in the day. But it's the first time I totally disagree with him in regard to that film. Like I said, stylistically and just cinematically, it was just an amazing thing to watch. It was a great story that unfolded. When I read the books now, even to this day, I still see David Lynch's, his actors from his film, they're still stuck in my head. Sting as Vader Arthur Harkonnen, Jurgen Prochnow as Duke Leto Atreides, and the magnificent Kyle MacLachlan as Paul Atreides. Just amazing. And I forget who played Ken McMillan, I think it was, who played the Baron. Such a great job. But yeah, that film just sent me on a whole different course, science fiction wise. I loved it, but I'm also a big David Lynch fan too, though. I think he's a genius. The sci-fi miniseries is stuck to the book. They did a great job telling the story. They changed some things here and there, but it wasn't stylistically pleasing. It didn't have the flair that Lynch's movie did. If you would have combined David Lynch's Dune with the sci-fi miniseries Dune into one film, it would have been like perfection, because the sci-fi miniseries version did tell the story. They stuck to the book like 95% of it, but aesthetically, it didn't have the look that it needed. It looked kind of, I hate to say it looked kind of cheap. But I own it. I own both of those. I own it because it was still, I was glad that they did it. The story is intact. The acting was great. William Hurt was great as Leto Atreides. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what Denis Villeneuve or Villanueva, or however you say his name, to what he's going to do, because I really loved what he did with Blade Runner 2049. It was a long film, but it was great, and I love the cinematography to it. I didn't care for The Arrivals, but I like the cinematography to The Arrivals. I like what he does aesthetically, so I think they did pick the right guy finally to reboot Dune. But I think Dune was the type of story, it's a type of film that it's not mainstream science fiction. It's not commercially palatable, especially in the 80s, the way Star Wars and Star Trek was. No disrespect, because I love Star Trek and I enjoy Star Wars, but Dune, that Frank Herbert's vision and his books were just deeper. That story it's very deep, and everybody, when they see sci-fi, they're not usually ready for something deep. It's like, it's deep the way that 2001 The Space Odyssey is deep. It's deep like that. It's kind of like almost speculative science fiction. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Yeah. So now, and then ironically, David Lynch's Dune is now a cult classic. Once it went on DVD and VHS and all that stuff. And I'm still waiting. I still want to see the uncut version because he was forced to cut the film down. So there's footage that we've never seen. There was like allegedly a sci-fi version that had longer, more footage. But I've never seen the unrated director's cut from David Lynch, and I would beg him to give us that. I really would. I'd love to see that footage that he had scrapped because he was told to. So let me finish this story after I get off into that. All right, so I said, talented cast backing up for the project, which is expected to start production this year. I'm excited about that. Now that many of the film's central heroes and villains have been cast, we put together a quick breakdown of all the actors confirmed for the Dune reboot so far. You'll also find here the basics of each character. For those who might not be familiar with this sprawling sci-fi saga, the spice must flow. Oh, yes. And here's the update. We've added Josh Brolin to the list, who's just signed on to play Master Swordsman Gurney Halleck, who was originally played by, Patrick Stewart from Star Trek Next Generation. He played Gurney Halleck in the original Dune film. So, all right, Josh Brolin do a good job of that. I'm excited to see him in that. Timothy Chalamet, who was in Call Me By Your Name, will star as Paul Atreides in the new version, while young and naive Paul is already a gifted scholar and warrior whose very existence threatens the balance of power in the galaxy in the far-off future of Dune. Paul is forced to grow up quickly when his family encounters major hardships in their move to the desert planet Arrakis, aka Dune. It falls on Paul to unite the free tribes of Arrakis against the Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV and restore the honor of House Atreides. Oh, yeah. Rebecca Ferguson. You love her. So she's known for Mission Impossible, Fallout, but she also was in, was it The White Queen? It was a miniseries on Stars, where where her child became the heir, and the heir apparent for King England. She played the mother of, or was it grandmother of Henry VIII? I can't remember. I think it's called The White Queen. It's a great miniseries. But she did that. But she did that before she did Mission Impossible, Fallout. She will play Lady Jessica, who's the mother to Paul and concubine to Duke Leto Atreides. Jessica is a member of the Bene Gesserit religious order and helps Paul nurture his fledgling psychic abilities as their family moves to the planet Arrakis. Jessica's relationship with her order is strained after her failure to bear Duke Leto a daughter, but the Bene Gesserit still take a keen interest in Paul and his latent superhuman potential. Oscar Isaac from Star Wars The Force Awakens has been cast as Duke Leto Atreides, the leader of House Atreides, and the newly minted ruler of the spice-rich planet of Arrakis. Leto is a wise and benevolent leader in a galaxy where such men are few and far between. As the story begins, Leto struggles to seize his new opportunity on Arrakis while knowing full well that his promotion will only intensify his family's rivalry with House Harkonnen. There you go. Stellan Skarsgård from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo will play Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Doesn't get any better than this cat. Y'all don't even know. The ruler of House Harkonnen and a bitter rival of Duke Leto. Harkonnen is as cruel and vindictive as Leto is noble and just. Despite losing control of Arrakis to House Atreides, Harkonnen sees the shakeup as an opportunity to eliminate his rival once and for all. So, okay. Giving you the cast. Oh, and I knew this. I think I told you guys this at one of our last podcast episodes. Dave Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy and Blade Runner 2049 will play Glasu Rabban. I told you guys. I knew this. The nephew of Baron Harkonnen. He will play the Beast. Often referred to by his nickname, the Beast Raban, Glasu is every bit as cruel and sadistic as his uncle. However, he lacks Harkonnen's keen intelligence. That's true. He relies too much on brute force, but he's amazing to watch on screen, though. Zendaya from Spider-Man Homecoming is into talks. She's in talks to play Chani, a girl who first appears as a recurring presence in Paul's dreams. Chani is the daughter of Imperial planetologist Liet Nyes, and as a member of a nomadic Fremen tribe on Arrakis, Chani is instrumental in helping Paul learn the ways of the Fremen and sees his destiny as an intergalactic revolutionary. Charlotte Rampling from Red Sparrow has been cast as Reverend Mother Gaius Helen Mohim. The leader of the Bene Gesserit religious order, Reverend Mother Mohim, is an intimidating figure with a disdain for anyone she deems not truly human. In other words, those without the will to overcome pain and achieve their fullest potential. She has her own plans for consolidating her order's power, plans which may hinge on Paul's growing superhuman abilities. Javier Bardem is in talks to play Stilgar, the leader of the Freeman tribe, who takes in Paul and his mother. He eventually becomes the general in Paul's army. Josh Brolin, yes, from Deadpool 2, has joined the cast as Dune as Gurney Halleck. Gurney is both a talented minstrel and deadly swordsman and plays a key role in training Paul to become the new leader of House Atreides. His face is marked by a scar he received in combat against Glassel Raban. He also escaped the planet Giedi Prime and pledged allegiance to Kaladin and the House Atreides. But enough of that, though. So I'm excited about that. So looking forward to that film coming out, I believe probably next year. And that's going to be a 2-part movie, too. Which is cool, too. So I think now the times have finally caught up to Dune, where I believe Lynch's version was ahead of its time. People just didn't get it. That's my take on it. Yeah, I said it, and I meant it. Eddie Murphy's Coming to America sequel confirms 2020 release date. The sequel to Coming to America will arrive in summer 2020. The sequel of Coming to America 2 is officially on the way. In January, it was confirmed that Eddie Murphy would reprise his role as the iconic Prince Hakeem, while also serving as producer for the film, and now they've locked in a release date for the film. The sequel to the film will arrive next summer on August 7th, 2020. The film's been in the works for the past few years at this point. Kenya Barris, the creator of Blackish, wrote the script. Although the original director, Jonathan Levine, is no longer directing, it was later confirmed that Craig Brewer would be directing the film instead. Eddie Murphy and Craig Brewer are also working together on the upcoming Netflix film Dolomite Is My Name. All right. After many years of anticipation, I'm thrilled that Coming to America 2 is officially moving forward, Murphy said in a statement. We've assembled a great team that will be led by Craig Brewer, who just did an amazing job on Dolomite, and I'm looking forward to bringing all these classics and beloved characters back to the big screen. The premise of the sequel surrounds Akeem finding out that he has a long-lost son before going back to the United States to meet his son and bring him back to Zamunda as the throne to the heir. Okay. And in more news, this was interesting. I came across Nick Cannon calls out Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel for blackface acts. Picture of all three of them. Cannon intends to side with comedians, but he still wants to talk. Nick Cannon is a proponent of free speech, especially when it comes to comedy. He has expressed disagreement with the notion of canceling entertainers for seemingly offensive content in their past. In the same stroke, Cannon uses these moments to point out the hypocrisy of public opinion. His latest critique follows the Virginia blackface scandal involving politicians. The political correctness mob had come for Nick back in 2014 after seeing him wearing white makeup to play a character. He referred to this moment to conclude a series of teachable moments in honor of Black History Month. First, he posted a montage showing comedians in blackface costume. The caption attached to the images of Jimmy Kimmel, Sarah Silverman, and Jimmy Fallon was relatively obnoxious. Happy Blackface History Month. I'm sure we can expect some more apologies by Monday. Oh my. He follows up with more pertinence in the text attached to a video footage of both late night hosts in action. You know, I'm always on the side of the comedian and never pandering to the sensitive, but I feel there needs to be some truth and reconciliation, discussions and teachable moments amongst our communities, he wrote. I'm ready and willing for the discourse. So who wants to step up to the table first? In the meantime, I'll just leave this right here. Tell the Jimmies to holler at me. Ouch. Finally, the entertainer turned to his whiteface moment to break down why the depiction of his ashy self differs from those of his white peers. The racist and severely damaging Jim Crow laws received its name from the blackface minstrel movement of the 19th century and proceeds to cause pain to this day, a constant reminder that people of color are looked at as second-class citizens in this country. These recent revealings of people painting themselves black or brown and speaking in broken slang in an attempt to be humorous or have fun, as if our culture is some sort of party trick or costume, is unacceptable. Continued. Racism is when an elite group uses its systematic power to enforce harm, hardship, and pain on others, he said in conclusion. If you don't understand this, then it probably means you are a benefit from that elite group of privileged oppressors that we speak of. Ooh. And in more news, on a bright note, well, not really bright note either, but Bryan Singer's Red Sonja movie is on hold. Disgraced Hollywood producer Bryan Singer's upcoming movie, Red Sonja, has been put on hold due to the recent controversy surrounding allegations of sexual misconduct. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Millennium Films is giving the project the red light and will not be shopping the flick at this year's European film market in Berlin. When The Atlantic posted their article, which accused Singer of assaulting several underage boys, Millennium Film CEO Avi Lerner released a statement defending Singer. I continue to be in development for Red Sonja, and Bryan Singer continues to be attached. The over $800 million Bohemian Rhapsody has grossed, making it the highest grossing drama in film history, as testament to his remarkable vision and acumen. I know the difference between agenda-driven fake news and reality, and I'm very comfortable with this decision. In America, people are innocent until proven otherwise, he said in a statement. Wow. Before quickly changing his tune, I don't want to apologize. I just want to clarify the statement Lerner said last month. I think victims should be heard, and this allegation should be taken very, very seriously. I just don't agree to judge by the Twitter. I want the accused to be judged by the court. Oh, yeah. Katy Perry apologizes for blackface shoes. Pop star Katy Perry has apologized for shoes which resemble blackface, created and distributed by her label, Katy Perry Footwear. Perry has issued a statement to people addressing the controversial footwear. Perry and Global Brands Group apologized for the brand's Aura Face Block Heel Sandal and their Roof Face Slip-on Slippers. Both shoes feature gold eyes, nose, and red lips on the toe of the shoe, which reminded many of blackface. The Rue and the Aura were part of a collection that was released last summer in 9 different colorways: black, blue, gold, graphite, lead, nude, pink, red, and silver. And envisioned as a nod to modern art and surrealism, the statement begins. I saw a picture of these shoes and they look, I don't know what that was about. Not my style. I was sad when it was brought to my attention that it was being compared to painful images reminiscent of blackface. Our intention was never to inflict any pain. We have immediately removed them from the http katyperrycollections.com. The news comes just days after Gucci apologized for a blackface sweater. Was she right to pull the shoes, or were people just reaching with this one? No, she was right to pull the shoes. She was. Kim Kardashian sued for $100 million over a Kimoji app. See, I thought this had been settled, but apparently it hasn't been. So here we go again. All right. Kim Kardashian sued for $100 million over Kim Emoji app news. Kim Kardashian is being accused of fraud and breach of contract. The Kardashians have found themselves in a decent number of lawsuits in the last year, and now Kim may be facing her biggest legal challenge yet. A few years ago, the reality star and businesswoman launched a line of emojis that were modeled after herself and her family. The product was appropriately titled Kimoji. For a small fee, you could use Kardashian-related emojis when texting your friends or engaging on social media. It was a big hit with her fans, and many celebrities took the baton from Kim, making their own branded animations. It may all be coming back to bite the mogul in the behind, though, because the app developer she worked with to create Kimoji is suing her for $100 million. It's been reported that Kim was served with a gigantic lawsuit today by David Liebenson and his business partners. His product, Censor Out, reportedly caught Kim's eye, and she decided to work with Liebenson Legal documents read that Kim initially agreed to cut them 60% of the profits for developing the app after making a deal in 2014. However, when she filed for a trademark for Kimoji, she learned that one of Liebenson's associates had shared her personal information, backing out of the deal. Kardashian is being sued for over $100 million for fraud, breach of contract, and the profits he believes he would have made from Kimoji. Kim has been hailed as a tech mogul for her work with app creation. She has several different products on the App Store, including a game, a lifestyle blog, and of course Kimoji. Time will tell what the outcome will be with this lawsuit. Wow. That's crazy. Let's see. And I think, good people of the planet Earth and the known universe, that's all I got for you today. So once again, thank you for listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast with Captain Keith. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I enjoy giving you the entertainment news, giving you the skinny on things. Yes, I do. Thanks again. You are all appreciated. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day tomorrow if you celebrate that kind of thing. So, hey, there you go. Lots of fun, romance, love, and candies for everyone. There you go. Until next time, I'll see you somewhere out in space.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. From movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.